guys, today's video is going to be a book talk on Winter by Marissa Meyer, which is the final book in the Lunar Chronicles. I adored this book. I absolutely loved the way it ended. Not everything felt totally wrapped up, but it wasn't things that I was too upset about, if that makes sense. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars, as I do for every Lunar Chronicles book, because I'm a complete sucker for this series. This is going to be a completely spoiler-filled review, so if you haven't read the book, go read it. Don't just read this one though. Read the whole series, and then come back and watch all the review videos. Because if you like unorganized and whole lots of emotions, then that is what this video brings, and all the other ones. This is a very emotional series, okay? So this book starts off with Winter's point of view, which is kind of obvious because each book starts with the point of view of the character that it's named after, but I really liked reading from Winter's point of view because we haven't seen anyone that's on Luna. So Cinder was from Luna, but she's not on it, and then Scarlet has nothing to do with it. She's from Earth, and Cress is from Luna, but she's on a satellite. We haven't seen anybody that has grown up in this world and completely just lived on Luna her entire life, so I really liked seeing that point of view. And this is not related at all, but I love Winter and Jason. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions on their relationship, and I've read from both sides of it, and I know that he can be extremely overbearing at some points, and that it's not necessarily the healthiest thing, but he does it from a place that cares, and I don't think he does it as a way to degrade her. He realizes that even though he wants to take care of her as much as he possibly can, she can take care of herself, and you can kind of see how his reactions towards what she does changes throughout the book, and he becomes less overbearing and more understanding that she is her own person. And yes, she needs help every now and then, but it's not because she's lower than him, it's just because she has some issues, but she's willing to work through them, and he's willing to help her through it. Although it's not necessarily directly stated in this series that Thorn lost some of his confidence because he went blind for a little while, it's still kind of in there in the writing. Like, in between some words, like you read in between the lines, and you can tell that Thorn has lost some of his swagger due to the fact that he's lost his eyesight for a little while. It comes back, but he also, I feel like he's humbled by it. Is that weird? I don't know, he's humbled by it a little bit. At this certain point in the book, I started to feel like Torrin was untrustworthy. I don't know why. He has never done anything to prove that he's untrustworthy. I was just, like, looking for things to be misplaced in the series, and I was like, what if Torrin has been against Kai this entire time? Wouldn't that be a plot twist? See, I came up with my own plot twist. I mean, it didn't come true, and I'm okay with that, because that would have been an awful plot twist. Poor Wolf just needs to see Scarlet again. Like, it has been too long since they have been separated, and I know that that scene of them finally getting together again would be A++. Thorn's sarcasm is A++. Okay, the scene where they finally get on Luna and they're trying to get out of the space shuttle hangar, if Thorn dies, I'm out. Like, I'm gone. I do not know if I can read 600 pages knowing that Thorn is dead. Woo! He didn't die. That's the good news. The bad news is that I'm so connected to a character that I probably wouldn't have finished the book. Who am I kidding? I still would have finished the book. I like that we can see a difference in Wolf's actions once he's finally on Luna. He's just, like, angrier. He's more aggressive. He's more pissed off. He is just like, I'm on Luna now. Scarlet is somewhere on Luna now. And now we're on the same planet. Sort of planet. But he's just a lot angrier because he knows that they're on the same territory? Area? I don't know. The moon's not a planet, but, you know, they're closer now, and he's just angrier about it because he's like, we're so close but so far away. Okay, Thorn, when Cress was left in the hangar, what? I mean, I know that he likes her, and I know that they're, like, together and whatnot, but it's just so sad. It didn't need to be that sad. I realized it needed to be that sad, but my heart couldn't handle it. Winter saving Cress was one of the cutest scenes that I've ever read. I want them to be best friends, because she doesn't even know the girl, and none of them can, like, sense that Cress is there because she's a shell, but Winter sees her and she's like, oh yeah, look at this, wow, box of paper for me, oh my, get in the box, and it was just so cute. Like, she saves her without a second thought, and Winter is just so good. I knew that Jason was the huntsman, like, I caught on to that. But I did not catch on to the fact that he was going to kill the wolf. Okay, wow, Jason killing Winter? Wow, Jason killing Ryu. I'm pronouncing that wrong, I feel like. I don't care. That was like the most heartbreaking scene, because I can read nearly any book and like, yeah, character deaths are painful, but when you know that it's an animal, it just hurts a lot worse. I don't know if I'm the only one. Probably not. Most likely not. You're never the only one. I'm not the only one. When a character dies, it's super sad, but when an animal dies, Scarlet and Wolf are finally back together, and he could smell her, and he just like sprinted out. Oh man, my poor little shipper heart. Two things on page 287 to 288. One, the fact that Winter bowed to Cinder, and Cinder was like, that's kind, but please do not do that again. Ever. And second, the fact that describing Thorn, the sentence goes, there was an edge to his expression, like he didn't trust anyone who was more attractive than he was. I can't hold this book because it's freaking 800 pages. It was a throwback to Pearl, and I didn't need it. This entire book just tore my heart out. Like, every couple of pages, something would happen and, like, one more piece of my heart would crumble away. And the throwback to Pearl was one of those. Because this entire book, that's, like, why Cinder has become such a revolutionary. Like, not just for her, but she's one of the main reasons that she kind of started this whole deal. And, oh, man, my heart. I felt like the revolution was very on early in the book. Like, it was on page 300 something, and this is an 800 page book, and I was like, okay, hold on, where are we going from here if there is already a revolution? Like, people are already coming out with pitchforks and trying to kill Queen Lavanna. What's happening? What? Wolf finally got back with his mom, and then she was dead, but the thing is, I don't really blame the sister who called her out on it, because anybody would have done that. Like, anybody would have called out the person that was about to cause her little brother to die. So I don't really blame her, but at the same time, Wolf has, like, officially lost everyone he cares about except for the crew. It just makes me really sad because Wolf deserves so much better. Like, Wolf deserves happiness. I mean, they all do, but, like, Wolf has gone through so much. When the Thaumaturges came and started taking over of the little sector that Cinder had taken over, and they started getting trapped, and then Scarlet and Thorn were in the building, like, with their guns ready to sniper shoot people away, I was so ready for a Thorn and Scarlet dynamic. Like, I was absolutely prepared. I was like, here we go, two of the most sarcastic people in this entire series, like, I am ready for this dialogue, for this relationship dynamic, let's do this. And then it was gone. My hopes and dreams just ran away from me, along with the Scarlet and Thorn dynamic. And we never got it back. The fact that Winter risked herself to save Eco is just further proof that she is an amazing human being. Person? Sure. She's an amazing person, and I love Winter. Like, she just wants to do everything she can to help people, and she doesn't care what happens to her, and she's almost, like, selflessness is her character flaw. Not in a bad way, but like how they all have flaws, like, selflessness is her flaw. Shout out to Winter, because that's a pretty great flaw, I feel. When they were trying to come up with a plan, and not much can happen without Cinder and Wolf, I was like, a great plan, but Cinder and Wolf are gone. So try to fill in the spaces there, because I don't know how you're going to. The dynamic between Scarlet and Winter is astonishing, because they're two of the most separate characters, and they have similarities, but their differences are, like, enough of a difference to be a really big difference. And Scarlet doesn't coddle Winter whatsoever. She just puts it as it is, and is like, if you go with me, you go with me. If you don't, you don't. Like, that's your decision. Have fun with the consequences. Everyone is separated. I know that they needed to separate for the plan, but everyone is separated. I just need my little family to get back together. Cinder is so powerful. I mean, I know that she's the princess, but she's so powerful. And can you just imagine how powerful she would have been if she would have grown up on Luna with all of that time to, like, train her power and prepare for battle? She's had, like, what, like, a couple weeks or a month or something to prepare for all of this, and she's just so powerful. I'm still not over it. I'll never be over it. Okay, I knew that this was Snow White, and I knew that Jason was the huntsman, and that obviously Winter is Snow White, but what? The freaking queen goes and, like, poisons Winter, and I'm like, oh, there's an apple, but, like, I didn't expect the apple to do anything. I don't know why. My brain was like, oh, look, an apple. Apples are good for you. Apples keep the doctor away. But no, No, apples did not keep the doctor away. Apples put Winter into a freaking coma. Not a coma, just like a more advanced plague. Which, by the way, Levana has come up with a more advanced plague that kills the Lunars, and she just gave it to Winter. Okay, the scene between Thorne and Cress at the party, I nearly passed out. I actually nearly passed out because that was the cutest thing I've ever read in my entire life. Wolf thinks Scarlet is scared of him, and it's just heart-wrenching because she's not scared of him, nor will she ever be scared of him because they're meant to be together, and she knows that he's still human inside all of the monster that they've tried to make him be, but he can't be because he's Wolf and he's caring and adorable and loving, and I love Wolf. I love Wolf and Scarlet, and I love Wolf and Scarlet and Wolf, and if they hurt Thorne, I'm suing. I will sue Fywell and Friends, and Marissa Meyer, and the New York Times best-selling list creator. I will sue all of them if Thorne is injured. You could feel the build-up to the final battle. You could feel it in your heart and your soul and your bones, and you knew it was coming, and you were just scared of what was going to happen. Are any of my children going to die? How many people are going to die, and how many of them will be the people that I love and would, like, put my life out for? I know we never got, like, an exact number or anything, but so many Lunars died, and I know that's the truth of battle, but it was very sad. And I just wish that Lunars wouldn't have had to, like, I don't know, be revolutionaries. I know it shouldn't have cracked me up. I know that it was supposed to be a very sad moment in the book, but it absolutely cracked me up when the video was shown of Queen Levana in, like, her most natural form with the burn marks and everything, and she just deuced on out of there. It was funny to me. I don't know why. She is a coward, not was. Like, she's such a coward. She can't face up to her own mistakes and face up to the fact that not everyone is perfect, and it's okay not to be perfect. She just left, and it was funny to me. I'm sorry. That may be cold, but I don't care. Cinder just went off alone, all by herself, to go find Queen Levana, and it was such a bad idea, and I know that you make bad ideas in, like, the heat of the moment, but she made a bad idea. And then Thorne, oh, Thorne, you know that you can be controlled! The scene where Levana was, like, draped over her throne in her pretty dress and talking about how Cinder was about to steal her royalty, like, out from under her, was the only scene that I felt, like, the slightest sympathy for Queen Levana. And then she threw Thorne off the ledge, and I fully hated her, once again. Then crap hit the fan. I just looked at my fan. Thorne stabs Cinder. Thorne's about to shoot Cinder. Cress shoots Thorne. Thorne stabs Cress. Wolf and Scarlet are fighting and whatnot. Scarlet gets knocked out after going for a gun, which she should have understood by this point is not a good idea because she can be easily controlled by everyone around her. Wolf runs to Scarlet. Cinder tells Wolf to save the people. He's saving Scarlet. You gotta save the people, Wolf. You gotta save everyone. Cinder battles Queen Levana. Levana stabs Cinder, and then Cinder shoots Queen Levana. And then Kai is there. I was just so amazed and so exhausted at the same time. I had to reread those couple of pages 4 times at least, just to understand what the crap was going on. Winter and Jason are out in the middle of the battle somewhere because Winter used her power to control someone, and she's flipping out now, and I want to know if everyone's okay. That's all I ask. And then we go off into, like, a peaceful little chapter, and Scarlet's so calm about everything, and you're wondering if everything is okay. Is everyone okay? Like, what's going on? Okay, Thorne practiced asking Cress out in a mirror. Can we just talk about that for a second? Like, Thorne, this guy that's supposed to be like Mr. Slick and Mr. Handsome and Mr. Smooth, just completely is like, okay, I gotta practice this in a mirror because I'm nervous. He's so cute. My cute little babies. Like, he's practicing to ask Cress out. And Cress would just be amazed by anything he does because he's the first ever person that she's had feelings for, truly, and he's kind of the first person that she's had, you know what I mean. They've had feelings for each other, and it's like the first time for both of them to have true feelings. And my cute little babies. Obviously she says yes, but just the fact that Thorne practiced in a mirror. Winter is so distraught. I want her to be okay again. I want Winter to know that what she did wasn't a bad thing necessarily. She just was trying to save people that she loved, and Winter deserves happiness. They all deserve happiness. All of them. Cinder and Kai's last conversation just made me very happy inside, and then she drops the foot, and it's just so symbolic of this entire series, and it was just beautiful writing and beautiful storytelling and a beautiful ending, and just the whole thing is beautiful. The cover is beautiful. Everyone inside this book is beautiful on the inside and out, and I just love everyone. Okay, that's going to be it for the video today. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you haven't read this series, well, one, you possibly just watched an entire spoiler-filled video about the last book in it. Some people like that, I don't know. And two, go read it, even if you did just watch a whole spoiler-filled video of the final book. I want you to read it anyways, that's all I'm asking. I hope you have a great day or night, whether it's sunny or raining, and I love you all. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.